Good afternoon and welcome to TV News. Today is Friday, February 3rd. I'm Neva Kamalanero.
And I'm Emily Rowe. This week we have news about various fires that spread through Northumberland County.
We also have news about a recent suicide bomber in Pakistan that has sparked public chaos.
We will also check in with TVM sport anchors Vinny Goldschmidt and John Downey to find out the latest in Marywood and professional sports.
Marywood kicked off the semester by honoring Martin Luther King Jr. Marywood hosted Iran Night to present From Myth to Man, Martin Luther King in Interpretation. This one-man play about King's final moments was held on January 19th in the Marina Chapel.
On Wednesday, Marywood hosted an involvement fair giving students the chance to speak with representatives from clubs and organizations on campus to learn more about opportunities and ways to get involved.
Feeling charitable? This week, you can look forward to a multitude of events on the Marywood campus. There is a children's winter clothing drive running from January 30th to February 13th. Marywood's Office of Community Service and Sociable Justice is collaborating with the Office of Institutional Equity and Inclusion to organize this children's winter clothing drive. Look out for donation boxes that are going to be spread across the campus. Spread love this Valentine's season with making a card. On Wednesday, February 8th from 7 to 9 p.m. in the Schwartz Center for Spiritual Life, Conference Room B, volunteers will be making Valentine's Day cards. These cards will be distributed to Our Lady of Peace residents, Marywood Heights, and the St. Joseph Center. If you are interested in participating, please email communityservice@m.marywood.edu. There will be an American Red Cross blood drive this Wednesday, February 8th, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can book an appointment by going to www.redcrossblood.org/give.htm/find-drive and selecting the Marywood Drive.
On Friday, February 3rd, the Environmental Club hosted a presentation on recycling and waste reduction. The presentation was hosted by Marywood Waste and Recycling Hauler and Waste Management.
When we come back, we'll tell you about the results of the midterm election. But first, we'll check in with Maddie for the weather.
Thank you to our friends in the studio, and welcome back to your weekly weather report. I am Maddie, and listen guys, if you have been outside at all today, you know that it is beyond freezing cold out there. The high today is 15 degrees, but that wind chill is going to make it feel much cooler. So while we were walking over here, it feels like -1 degrees. So that is super, super, super cold. Please, please, please bundle up and be careful. If you're headed out today, if you're going to be outside for a long period of time, please, please, please be safe and stay warm. Now the good news is that this absolutely sub-freezing temperature is not going to last that long. We're looking at much, much warmer temperatures throughout the rest of the week. You know, it's February and it's winter in the Northeast. As much as we would love to think that it's spring, it's the spring semester, you know, it's still winter and it's still very cold. But we're definitely looking at higher trends throughout the rest of the week. On Saturday, our high is 24, and our low is 19 degrees. And Sunday, get this, our high is 48 degrees. So we're looking at 15 today and 48 later this weekend. That's like almost 50 degrees. That is a beautiful, comfortable temperature that I'm sure we are all thrilled to see. The low on Sunday is 34 degrees. On Monday, slightly cooler with 39 degrees and a low of 26. On Tuesday, we're getting back up to into the high 40s. Amazing. That's my ideal winter temperature right there. If it's not going to snow, give me the 40s and the 50s. Tuesday, our high is 45 and our low is 38. On Wednesday, the high is 49 and the low is 33 degrees. On Thursday, the high is 53. 53 in February is unprecedented, so be sure to say we're on Thursday. Our low on Thursday is 41. Our high on Friday is 48 degrees. This is next Friday, and the low is 36 degrees. There is a slight chance of rain on Thursday and Friday. We're still looking at that, not guaranteed, you know, we're a week out, and it's only about a 40-50% chance of rain. So, no worries on that front. We're not looking at any snow or icy conditions in the next week. And again, today is absolutely freezing, but happy, very, very happy to say that it's not going to last long, and we are looking at some beautiful high 40 temperatures throughout the rest of the week. So again, please, please, please stay warm. Please bundle up. frostbite is real, and it is certainly extremely cold out there. Thank you so much, and we'll be back after these short messages.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
A fire broke out Monday in Northumberland County that's leaving officials questioning. The fire started at the corner of Maple and West Holly around noon on Monday. The Cole Township Police believe that this is an act of arson. Officials have not yet come out with why they believe such or suspects. An additional fire broke out in Northumberland County this past Tuesday. The fire started around 10 p.m. and officials stated that the flames started in one home and then damaged two others. At 12:30 a.m., the first home officially collapsed. Thankfully, no one was hurt during this incident. Investigators will be back to the scene to figure out what caused the fire.
A woman in Lackawanna County was hospitalized after her vehicle rolled on Gino Mertley Drive in Blakely at around 4 a.m. Saturday morning. There is still no update on the condition of the woman or what may have led to the crash.
Schuylkill County is giving back to their community. According to the Hospital Health System Association of Pennsylvania, the vacancy rates has increased 30% from 2019 to 2022 of the nursing shortage. This is a spread across Pennsylvania and is causing patients to not receive undivided attention and causing the staff to be incredibly overworked. To help, Schuylkill County is donating $100,000 in scholarship money to Penn State Schuylkill to help combat the nursing shortage.
King's College hosted an ice hockey game on January 27th to raise money for Huntington disease. This event was especially meaningful to sophomore player Jack Cooper, who lost his mother to Huntington disease in March. The hockey team hopes to continue supporting research funding towards finding a cure for Huntington disease.
The nonprofit organization Child Hunger Outreach Partners have partnered with students from both Scranton and West Scranton High School to help the community. These students are packing bags of food to give to those who are in need. This program has helped 20,000 kids who are food insecure. Scranton has weekly backpack programs where a child can pick up a bag of food in addition to a food pantry. CHOP received a $75,000 grant from All One Foundation. With this, they are looking forward to being able to fund an additional 10,000 kids.
Palomero Pizza and Restaurant is decided to give back to the community by providing a free meal after support from Big Diamond Speedway meal donations. This helps benefit those in the community who may be struggling with means to provide food.
When we come back, we'll tell you about a recent suicide bomber in Pakistan.
Okay, here we go.
3, 2.
3, 2, 1.
COVID-19 has been a really long and difficult fight.
So when we start talking about COVID, I completely get it. It's frustrating.
We've all been impacted one way or another.
The fight against COVID is also changing really quickly.
And it's sometimes really hard to keep up.
So here are a few things we know.
We are not fighting the same virus from 2020.
Right now, new variants are a lot more contagious and need to be taken seriously.
Getting vaccinated and and staying boosted is the best way to keep you protected from COVID-19 and help you stay out of the hospital.
Even if you got COVID before, it's important that you go get your COVID booster.
COVID vaccines are safe,
Much safer than getting COVID-19.
We all want this to end sooner than later.
so go ahead and do things.
Go out and live your life, but get vaccinated. Stay boosted.
We can all do our part.
and get back to living. You can go to getvaccineanswers.org for more information.
Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of Elvis and Priscilla Presley, passed away at the age of 54 after experiencing a cardiac episode on the morning of January 12th. Lisa Marie was rushed to the hospital. After that evening, Priscilla Presley confirmed the news that her daughter had passed away.
A suicide bomber in Pakistan has the public panicking. This past Monday, a suicide bomber detonated inside of a mosque in Pakistan, causing the roof to collapse. More than 300 people were said to be in there praying at the time. Over 100 people are dead and 170 are wounded. Out of the wounded and hospitalized, 53 still remain in treatment. It is unclear how the suicide bomber was able to gain access to the compound. It is difficult to enter the mosque. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif is urging people to get out and donate blood to help save the wounded individuals.
Lisa Loring, best known for her role as Wednesday Addams in the 1960s television series of The Addams Family, died at the age of 64. Vanessa Loring, Lisa's daughter, confirmed that Loring suffered a stroke and passed away on January 28th.
An ice storm in Texas is causing mass chaos. From New Mexico to Maine, residents should be on alert for dangerously cold weather. Starting this past Thursday in Texas, over 350,000 people have been left with no power and over 2,000 flights have been canceled. Because of the storm, Wednesday afternoon, there was freezing rain and sleet, which is causing high levels of traffic concerns. When everything melts, on top of the rain that they are supposed to get, the next upcoming days the forecast calls for alerts for the Mississippi River Valley to flood. Officials are asking residents to avoid travel at all costs.
After 19 years of performing together as a band, Panic at the Disco has officially disbanded. In a social media post on January 24th, lead singer Brendan Urie states, "Sometimes a journey must end for a new one to begin." This comes as Urie is looking to focus more on his family life moving forward.
When we come back, we'll check in with sports anchors Vinny Goldsmith and John Downey for the latest in Marywood and professional sports.
Guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear. I got more to say than just,
only you can prevent wildfires.
like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fires. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Luke! 911, where is your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? She's dead? Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Some great sports from Marywood this week, right, John?
Yeah, Vinny, it was fun calling the games as well.
It was a blast. Marywood's swimming teams both came out with victories over Marywood-University on Saturday. The men's team narrowly edged out the Greyhounds 57-55, while the women's team won handedly 93-60. Both teams are rearing up for the Atlantic East Conference Championship taking place next Friday through Sunday. The men's basketball team had a rough week going 1-2 in Atlantic East Conference play. They first traveled down to Hackettstown, New Jersey, where they dropped their second matchup against Centenary University Cyclones, 86-71. The Pacers returned home to face off against Immaculata Mighty Macs, a rescheduling of a game that was postponed due to inclement weather. The Pacers tried orchestrating a comeback but fell just short, losing 83-80. The final game of the week for the Pacers was against the Newman University Knights. The Pacers narrowly outlasted the Knights, clinching their second Atlantic East victory, 73-69. The women's basketball team had similar luck to the men's team, finishing the week 1-2 against Atlantic East opponents. The Pacers traveled down to Centenary University facing the Cyclones. Marywood was able to complete the sweep, finishing the victory over Centenary 56-48. Also making up for the postponement, the Pacers hosted Immaculata University, where they were knocked off 61-52. The third and final matchup of the Pacers week was against the Newman Knights. The Pacers fell just short of the victory, allowing Newman to complete the series sweep 63-60.
Hey Vinny, did you hear about all this NFL news that's coming in the last week or so?
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah, we'll start with Tom Brady. A flurry of news has come through over the past couple of days, with the biggest story being Tom Brady, the GOAT of football, saying in his own words that he's retired from football for good, after briefly being retired last offseason. Brady, now 45, has defied the odds, stemming back from being a former 6th-round pick and then winning 7 Super Bowls along with playing 23 seasons in the NFL. He arguably could have been a Hall of Famer in each decade he played and will for sure be a first ballot call when his time comes. The most decorated career in the history of football has come to an end. Over to the current playoffs that are taking place. And this past Sunday, the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles won to advance to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs took down the Jaguars and Bengals, while the Eagles took down the Giants and 49ers. Chiefs QB Patrick Mahomes going for Super Bowl ring number 2 in a 5-year span, and will look to try to build a dynasty there in Kansas City. Both of these teams expected to reach this point, and we'll see how everything shakes out. The NFL trademarking is starting to buzz, with the Green Bay Packers expected to move on from their future Hall of Fame QB Aaron Rodgers in the coming weeks. Rodgers expressed his frustrations with the team throughout the season with the struggles they were having, along with young QB Jordan Love being on the bench for 3 years. Now the Packers feel that it's time to potentially move on. The 3 top teams involved in the chase are the Jets, Raiders, and Titans. That's all for sports. We will be back after these messages.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training on a Friday afternoon, and the very next day he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. You don't know how much somebody can hide what's going on inside their head. Store your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Yesterday, February 2nd, was Groundhog Day. Pennsylvania native groundhog Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow, meaning 6 more weeks of winter. I just want it to be summer.
Yeah, especially with the temperature it is today. It's way too cold for me.
Yeah, the wind chill's awful.
That's going to do it. That's going to do it for this week's edition of TVM News. From everyone at TVM-Marywood, thanks for tuning in.
Be sure to follow TV-Marywood YouTube page and like the TVM Facebook page to stay up to date on all the latest happenings and to watch our additional content. I'm Neva Kamalino.
And I'm Emily Rowe. Have a great weekend.